It's time for another analog Casio. This one is a newly released model from mid-2024 that could be seen as the continuation of the MW600 and MW610. Welcome back to Sam's Watch Review, a place for reviews and tutorials of budget watches. The model we are reviewing today is the MW620H. There are several variants, and this one is the 3AV with a green color theme. It's quite large with a lug-to-lug measurement of 50.4mm and then 48.1mm wide and 13.6mm thick. It weighs 48 grams. And here's a side-to-side comparison to the popular MW200H and the older model MW600F. The case shape is almost octagonal with a rounded bezel. It has a tough, boxy, sporty styling. It shares many similarities with the MW100 and also the MWD100. The main features printed on the watch case are illuminator and 100 meters water resistance. The illuminator is what makes it different from the previous MW600 and 610 models, which have no active lighting. Unlike most watches, this model uses two batteries, the silver oxide SR626SW for the analog movement, and the lithium CR1616 for the lighting, both with an approximate life of 3 years. The battery life seems like a step down from the previous series, which were rated for 10 years. Anyway, more about the lighting later. Now, let's take a closer look. Here's the case, made from resin, with some kind of button guard to protect the lighting button. It looks well made, smooth and precise. It has 4 chrome-colored screws that I cannot find the function except as decoration. In my opinion, it would look better with black-coated screws instead of the chrome ones. On the front side is the octagonal bezel with a rounded face, decorated with 4 screw-like shapes. Sadly, the bezel is not protruding enough to protect the crystal. The resin crystal is still taller than the bezel, making it prone to scratches. On the right side is the crown. It is protected by the case but still easy to access with a cutout at the back. However, the crown looks like it's sticking out from the case, and the smooth surface doesn't feel the best for adjustment. But anyway, this is a quartz watch with good quality movement and no date window, so you will rarely need to operate the crown. Below the crown is the light button, which looks cool with smooth chrome plating and is well positioned and quite intuitive. Although I would personally prefer for the light button to be on the upper right side. On the back side is a stainless steel backplate secured with 4 screws, which makes it easy to change the batteries. And as usual, it is engraved with the specifications. Here it shows that the module code is 5577, the same as the MWA100, which has a similar illuminator feature. The resin band is made from polyurethane resin, with a plastic buckle and resin keeper. It is fitted with 18mm spring bars. The resin band part code is the same as the WS1400 and MWD110H. It looks great with a tough looking style, acceptable flexibility, and decent thickness. It has a large wave pattern that will help with air circulation but may poke the wrist. If you find that the bands on the MWD110 and WS1400 are not comfortable enough, then this will be the same. This variant features a beautiful green dial with a sun ray effect and bold Arabic numbers for minutes 15, 30 and 45. It has bold hour and minute hands and a second hand with an orange tip. It has lume or glow in the dark for the hour and minute hands, but not on the indices or chapter ring. Overall, it's very easy to read and looks attractive. However, the watch doesn't show any numbers for the hours, which shouldn't be a problem for most of us, but it might be something to consider. Another thing is that it has no date window, unlike the MW600 and MW610. Here's how it looks in the dark. The lume on the hour and minute hands are not the best, especially compared to my MW600. Now, here's the key feature. You can activate the illuminator by pushing the right button, and it is positioned at 6 o'clock and lights for about 4 to 5 seconds. However, the placement of the backlight helps a little with the hands visibility, lighting the upper markers well, but not much for the button. Now about the adjustment, it's very easy. Pull out the crown and you can adjust the time smoothly. When you're done setting it, push it back in. It is relatively light and has good balance. It sits well and there's almost no overhang on my near 7-inch wrist. On the other hand, the case is quite chunky, so it's not as easy to slide under a long sleeve. And about the resin bands, which are similar to the MW610, some people do not like them due to the wave pattern poking at the wrist. This watch cost about $36 on Amazon. In comparison, a watch with similar features is the MW100, which cost around $40 but with a metal plate bezel cover. Anyway, I think $36 is still a good price for an analog watch with 100 meters water resistance and an active light feature. Now let's talk about the pros and cons. On the positive side, the design looks very cool. It has cool sunray effect dial, and then it is easy to read with both hands and indices. It is durable with 100 meters water resistance, and then the light illuminator feature is easy to use, and it's rarely available in other models, except maybe for Timex Indiglo. On the other side, there are also things to consider. Number 1, it's quite large. I wouldn't recommend this watch for smaller wrist size. And second, the illuminator may not be able to light all areas of the dial and the hands. Yes, it's not as beautiful as Timex Indiglo. And then the lume is not the best. And then the resin crystal is not protected by the bezel, and it has only 3-year battery rating, unlike the previous ones that lasted for 10 years. And also it uses 2 batteries. And then the last concern is that some people may not like the resin band design. In conclusion, the Casio MW620 is a different kind of analog watch. It has tough looking styling, 100 meters water resistance, and dedicated active lighting. If you consider this model, I would recommend you also check out these 3 alternatives of resin analog watches with 100 meters water resistance. First is the MW200H, which has a rotating bezel, a day and date window, but no backlight. And then the MW600, which is slimmer, with 10 years battery, a cool glow-in-the-dark feature, and a date window. And then the MW100H, which is essentially the twin brother of this model, but with a different case and band design. That's it for today's review. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe for more watch reviews and tutorials. Thank you for watching and have a great day.